Hi, this is George Alger. Welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be talking about the Ventura County Department of Child Support Services. And our guest expert is the director of the Department of Child Support Services, Marcus Mitchell. Welcome, Marcus. And let's just jump right into the most obvious question. What is the Department of Child Support Services?
Good morning, George. Well, the Department of Child Support Services, what we do is our mission is to help families thrive. It's really important to us that both children get all the support they need from both of their parents. And we collect child support, establish paternity, and really help families thrive.
Wow. Okay, cool. Now, isn't this something that is normally instituted through a court?
Right. Well, we establish our orders and we use the court process to help us do that. But we actually have the ability to establish child support orders and paternity right in our office. If there's blood tests required or any of those kinds of things, genetic testing, we can do all of that. We go to court sometimes to establish the order. And if we need to modify the child support order, we partner with the courts to do that.
Okay. Now, for this help to be established, is it solely through the courts, or do people sometimes just call you up or email you and say, hey, I need some help?
So when you come in and open the case with us, we take the best and most appropriate action to get that order of support. So sometimes if parents are really agreeable, we can establish what's called a stipulation where the parents just agree, and then we legalize the child support order and the amount of child support, and it's negotiated between both parties. So, and then there's other ways when public assistance is being paid on a case, we actually get an automatic referral where we establish an order for child support, medical, and then we give those payments to the parents.
Very good. So I guess the folks that would approach you directly are probably on pretty friendly terms. Would that be correct?
Well, not necessarily.
Oh,
So
okay.
in some instances, it can be that way. And I think that's the beauty of the department. We're that middle person that doesn't have any personal interest in the case. And we're really trying to help both parents. You know, in our past and prior life as a child support agency, sometimes people believed that we were on one parent's side or the other. And that's not really true. We're objective and we're doing what's in the best interest of the children.
Very good. Now, in the past, this program has had, some controversy around it. I wonder if you could comment on that.
So, you know, over the years, the child support program has really changed. When we initially started the program back in the 70s, we were a collection recovery program for parents that had children that were on public assistance. That's not really our charge anymore. We're really about helping parents really realize their dreams for their children by supporting their children. And we look at both parents' situation. So we really want to work with both parents. We did some things in the past that were more punitive in nature. The courts were aligned in that way too. And so we did things like arrest people for not paying their child support or take all of their money out of their bank accounts. While those are still remedies that are allowed, our department really has moved away from that type of enforcement. There are times when it's what is appropriate if someone is unwilling to work with us and they're hiding their assets. But in most cases, that's not what we find with the parents that we serve. We really have the ability to work with them if they're just willing to work with us. So it's always really important that we want to open those communication lines and work with both parents to help you support your children. So we don't want to be negative and punitive, but we want to actually work toward establishing an order that is payable. Both parents can, the parent that's paying can afford to pay that, and the parent that's receiving that support will be able to have enough income to support their child.
Okay, very good. Now, are these services available to anyone in the county, or are they primarily for people of a certain income level?
Absolutely available to anybody. There's no income requirements. We serve anyone. You don't have to be on public assistance, and we don't have really any fees. There's an annual fee that the federal government requires that we charge. It's $25 a year, provided there's a collection on the case. But really, all of the legal fees, the court costs, all those things are borne by the department. So our services are virtually free and anyone can open a case. Even the paying parent wants to open a case, they can do that. So anybody can open a case. We can work with anyone. You don't have to be on public assistance. We are here for all parents to help them support their children.
Okay. Do you take calls from people just to get questions answered?
Absolutely. We have a very large contact center. Our situation is unique here in Ventura County. Not only do we answer calls for Ventura County, but we answer calls for 20 other counties in the state. Wow. So we have customer service representatives ready to serve and answer any questions. So you can call us at any time. Our telephone number is 1-866-901-3212. And you can call that number and you will get a live body and you can talk to them about the process. You can talk to them about your current child support case. You can ask questions about our services. We're open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And we're actually exploring a chat feature to be able to extend hours in a different way.
Wow, very good. Marcus, when you are out in the community and you introduce yourself as a director, what are the most common questions that you receive?
Well, the first thing that always happens, it's kind of funny, people confuse us with Child Protective Services. We are the Department of Child Support Services. So once we get that established, and then there's what happens many times is people will say, oh, you go after deadbeat dads. Well, that is not what my program does. We don't do anything. There is no such thing as a deadbeat dad. We believe parents are supporting their children, and that's what we're after. So I think that one of the other things was about costs. So costs were one of the things people were afraid about. And then the other thing is about, well, what do I lose control of my case? No, we're going to do what's in the best interest of your case, and we're going to involve you in the process. So that's the main thing. Some of the child support systems are automated. So we do a lot of highly automated systems that interface with all types, with the federal government, with employment services, all different types of automated systems. So there are automated systems to do the work, but we have the ability to waive and do different things outside the automated systems. And what really is important to us is that we are viewed as a program that is trying desperately to work with parents to make sure that we really strengthen the gap and make sure that the child receives the support they need from both parents. And we never want to be a barrier. Sometimes child support has been in the past because of the complexities and the automated enforcements and things like that, become a barrier between the parent-child relationship. And we're not about that. We believe that we want parents to be involved emotionally and physically and supporting their children in that way. And so we don't want child support to be a barrier. So our key really is to work with both parents. And the thing that's really important is once we know your circumstances, we can help you. What tends to happen is people are afraid of us because of our prior reputation, and then they don't want to work with us, they don't contact us. And then the automated enforcement tools start happening, and we can't stop them if we know that that's a problem for you. So you have to be willing to work with us because we want to be in communication with you. We're not trying to be punitive. We are actually trying to help you do what you want to do already, and that's take care of your children.
Thank you very much, Marcus. On that note, we're going to have to wrap things up here. This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.